Lights out. Orchid reference. Anyways, so I'm gonna ask you a question about zebras, and you have to name at least three facts. Do you know three facts about zebras? I don't care actually if you do or not. I have a zebra. I sleep with him every night, and his name is Zim, and I hold him when I cry. He's a great guy. I would definitely. I don't care how old you are. You need a stuffed animal. Today's album of the day is Phonos Goes Around Comes Around. And I'm going to be real. There's something that like makes me just appeal to a sound. Like, what am I saying? There's something that makes me appeal to a sound more than just the sound, and that's aesthetic. I love certain eras of music, but I also love certain aesthetics of music too. For example, this kind of like rustic, like tinted imagery, and then these guys, like these guys look cool as fuck. I would smoke with them. Like I remember seeing this on Discogs, and I was like, I need that. So let's talk about the actual music though. If you like any kind of alternative rock that it kind of has like post grunge undertones, then you will absolutely adore this album. I mean, the songs like Burn or Splendid and Drift Away, the like the last no, not last three, but some of the last three songs were really good songs. Uh but I enjoyed every one of these, and that was something that I found particularly interesting because I find that a lot of 90s albums are very long, and this one, like, low key, wasn't as long as I was expecting it to be. And again, like, that's something that I genuinely, like, kind of gravitate against is really long, like, 90s rock or pop albums because, like, it just makes you not interested in it anymore. Like, it makes you just kind of like, you know, I like to listen to music and enjoy it like most people ever. Um, and I like when, all the songs like kind of have a flow to them. I don't, like I'm not saying like every song on here sounds exactly the same, but I am saying they do follow a very similar structure and flow that I like. And once you get in tune with that flow, it makes the whole thing enjoyable, you know? Like none of these songs like stood out as like weird or like like this one kind of sucks. They all felt like mediocre at best and then also mediocre at worst. And like in that kind of sense, it was kind of like I was listening to like an okay album, but how okay it was made it so much better because I came in here expecting that this would be like 3 hours of just like post grunge boring music, but this is also British too, which is insane. I didn't know the UK was chill like that, but yeah, one of my favorite things about like the sound is that it's not like excruciatingly like in your face how post grunge it is, where like a lot of other groups in that style kind of lean way too heavily into like the yarling and the fuzz and like the like the harsh sounding vocals. Like we want to sound like Nickelback so bad, musicians. Like it's not like that, you know? It's still very alternative, you know? Like it's not like, but it's not in your face with how edgy they're trying to be. It's not in your face with like anything like that. And I find that that's my issue with a lot of alternative rock that leans more into post grunge is they lean way too much into the post grunge, and then it's like you don't gotta yarl every word, bro. You really don't. Or like they will be a great singer, right? But the lyrics are just so like surface level. but they're in your face in a way where they don't want, like, they clearly want you to be listening to them, you know? Um, and I also like that there was a lot of moments where I could low key sing along to this album, just hum along to it. It wasn't like boring or repetitive, but it definitely was easy to follow, and that's something that I really like about any album, really, in this kind of style. Uh, and I also really like that it just feels like the album cover too. I always like these kind of like color tinted, especially blue color tinted, obscure 90s albums that have like a picture of some random thing on them. Cool as fuck. But yeah, I mean, if you like really like any like alternative rock that's not in your face with how like heavy it is, or how like artsy it is, or like how genre bending it is, if you like alternative rock for just the alternative rock part, then this is absolutely an album you would enjoy. Or if you like any music that leans into like the kind of crunchy grunge adjacent aesthetic without being too much in your face about it, you would also definitely enjoy it. I at first thought this was gonna be Jangle Pop just based off of like the album cover, but I honestly wouldn't have rathered it any other way. Yeah,